The tale commences by introducing us to our principal character, named Mofun, a third-year junior high learner. He felt anxious concerning the entry examination he had to participate in. And it wasn't due to his deficiency in class, but rather because the subject focused on sorcery in this school. He joins all of the third-grade scholars, will shortly join the coveted Academy of Sorcery, yet for this they must succeed in a taxing examination. Mofun clarifies that he hasn't had the suitable duration to study, because 3 months ago he was slumbering in the mountains, where he was welcomed by a cryptic elderly man who presented him a necklace. Henceforth, his classmates perpetually vex and mock him for being the one most probably not to succeed and disgrace him for being the weakest in the class. Then, we are introduced to a lad named Mubai, who is the complete opposite of Mofun and is the most favoured in his class, also acknowledged for being a segment of a kin who specialises in frosty enchantments. Post-school hours, his paternal figure awaits outside, and notwithstanding his father's consistently modest nature and undertaking everything necessary for his offspring's benefit, he remains apprehensive regarding his child's future due to his substandard grades and insufficient points for the Sorcery Academy. Nonetheless, he informs his progeny that he unearthed a vocation for him as a dispatch driver, a feasible alternative to sorcery. Yet Mofun entreats his father and pledges he will intensify his studies to gain entry into the academy. Consequently, his father reassures him and affirms he will endeavour to ensure his admittance while accompanying his comrade on the way home. Mofun observed his progenitor conversing with his employer, the chief of the Move clan, the most affluent and potent family in the metropolis. Notwithstanding, this family embodies a degrading disposition, particularly toward Mofun's kin. During a flashback sequence, we perceive that they have been acquainted with the Relocate family for quite a while, and when Mofun was younger, he spent a substantial amount of time with the offspring of the Mu family. Subsequently, one day, the offspring desired to evade her family's grasp due to her discordance with their methodologies. Thus, she stealthily departs and implores Mofun to aid her in her flight. Nonetheless, they were apprehended by the overseer, and he ultimately penalized Mofun's father for his conduct. We then revert to the present, and the overseer affirmed he would aid in his offspring's forthcoming and guarantee his entrance into the sorcery institution. However, solely in exchange for their dwelling and loan, enabling him to transmute it into his property. Subsequently, his progenitor consents to relinquish their abode merely for Mofun to possess an opportunity to evolve into a wizard. Eventually, when he unveils the information to his offspring, Mofun is elated about attending the sorcery school. However, his progenitor omits the detail of having to surrender their residence. Instead, he mentions Mofuni will lease out their abode upon his induction into the magical academy. Nonetheless, Mofun apprehends the factual reality since he had previously observed him conversing with the overseer. The subsequent day, everyone initiates their inaugural day at the sorcery school, wherein all scholars must arouse their elemental capabilities. Certain scholars deliberate on the elemental abilities they acquire subsequent to undergoing the arousing process, asserting that lightning and fire are the scarcest powers. The instructor allocates a badge to each individual, and once they gain their aptitude, it will illuminate congruent to the element they possess. For instance, green would signify wind, red symbolizes fire, blue embodies ice, and gold typifies light. The other classmates mock Mo Fun for being the sole student who didn't pass the tests, and everyone advises him not to be astonished if he can't be roused. Each pupil will need to lay their hand on the stone, disclosing their elemental power. Mubai is the first to employ the stone, and he received the ice power akin to the remainder of his kin. After acquiring the elemental power, the badge will exhibit stars embodying the level of your capability. Nevertheless, most individuals lack numerous pupils take turns manipulating the stone until the instructor calls out Mo Fun's designation, and the rest commence chortling, asserting he will be conferred the most inferior power due to flunking the examination. Then, Mo Fun strides forward and stations his hand on the stone. The others persist in their laughter as he is unfamiliar with the stone's usage, yet the instructor assists him. Subsequently, no alterations materialize. Subsequently, the entire class becomes diverted by the adjoining classroom, where a learner has procured the violet capability, synonymous with lightning, one of the rarest abilities alongside fire. While everyone vacates the room, Mo Fun seals his eyelids, and the stone illuminates violet. However, it also radiates crimson concurrently, signifying that Mo Fun has acquired not solely the element of fire, but also the lightning capability, an unprecedented occurrence, thereby making him the most formidable scholar in the establishment. Nonetheless, no witnesses to this event exist, as they were preoccupied by the adjacent pupil who similarly obtained the lightning capability. Nevertheless, they collectively acknowledge Mo Fun's attainment of the element of fire. The instructor applauds him, and the other learners are astonished as they all believed he would acquire one of the poorest elements. Mo Fun commences laughing internally because he realizes he just acquired the lightning power, yet everyone assumes he possesses solely the fire element. After 2 months, the teacher informs all the scholars that 7 stars will manifest once they awaken, and they must master the stars by creating a star path, enabling them to unleash their complete potential. The teacher requests Mubai to illustrate star alignment, since Mubai has already achieved 5 stars, securing his position as the top-ranking scholar. Nevertheless, Mo Fun possesses only 1 star, subjecting him to ridicule and mockery, as he exhibits no progress with his element, leading others to brand him a disgrace to the class. However, the solitary star next to his emblem only represents his fire element, not his additional lightning power, already attaining 6 stars, necessitating mastery of the 7th. Subsequently, Mo Fun encounters his sister at the park, who depends on a wheelchair for mobility. Spotting thugs taunting his sister after confiscating her wheelchair, he confronts them, demanding its return. In response, they threaten to disable him akin to his sister unless he departs. Infuriated, he deploys the stars, unlocking his full power, forming the star path and activating the 7th star. Employing the lightning ability, Mo Fun repels the thugs, compelling them to flee in fear. Mubai confers with the family boss, discussing his 5-star capabilities, earning praise for his progress. Inquired about Mo Fun, Mubai portrays him as a mere 1-star, deemed the school's lowest-tier magician. The boss decides to remove Mo Fun from the class, plotting his failure in the upcoming exam. The subsequent day, Mubai queries the strategy to expel Mo Fun, receiving the response of using a small stone, also known as a magic stone, to absorb energy, ensuring Mo Fun's exam outcome is worse than a D. However, this plan encounters uncertainty as Mo Fan intensifies his firepower training, wielding the ability to command 5 stars. Undeterred, he heightens his concentration to prove his merit to the Move family, asserting his entitlement to remain at the School of Magic. On the exam day, the teacher acquired strength. In formation, students take turns testing their abilities. Mooning Zhu, the school's outstanding scholar, demonstrates her ice magic, astonishing peers. The turn progresses with some receiving B's and A's. Mubai, reaching the top S grade, is succeeded by Mo Fun. As Mo Fun's name is called, the boss directs the examiner to position the magic stone under the crystal ball, absorbing Mo Fun's genuine power, resulting in a mere B grade. Mo Fun is wary and senses something's amiss as he's confident his strength surpasses this level. Consequently, Mo Fun reuses the ball, resulting in shattering the stone. Witnessing Mo Fun's second attempt, his recent teacher perceives an anomaly with the crystal and deems it defective. Subsequently, the inspector substitutes it, finally unveiling Mo Fun's genuine prowess. As a consequence, they award him an S score, earning pride from his peers. He further expresses his intent to partake in the optional test, astonishing classmates with his genuine fire elemental abilities, now esteemed as the foremost powerful in his cohort. Following this, Move family leader Mujiwo presents Mofun with a ring as a gesture of esteem for his S rating, urging him to reconcile differences and represent the Move family. Yet, Mofun seizes the moment to condemn him and his family as disgraceful individuals who demean others, mimicking their actions towards his father. Advised to apologize by the teacher, Mofun staunchly refuses, recounting the Move family's actions from 3 years prior. Despite Move family's pleas for expulsion due to rudeness, the teacher insists on not expelling unless the situation escalates. Consequently, Mubai challenges Mofun to a duel, yet Move family's leader designates a duel between his foster son Yuang and Mofun, set to occur in 2 years due to age restrictions. Subsequently, a new term commences, welcoming students to an elite class for top-ranking mages, with exclusive relics termed magic EQs to enhance their training. Though Mofun receives a 10-day usage limit due to his altercation with the Move family, he possesses another EQ, the necklace gifted by the elderly man. Miss Tang Yu, Mofun's teacher, emphasizes the necklace's rarity, a growth-oriented EQ capable of absorbing various souls and spirits, urging Mofun to treasure it. Assigned to basic training with an army leader, the students unexpectedly join the hunting program, confronting actual adversaries to evaluate their mage skills. Amid diverse tasks, they encounter a cave tasked with retrieving a lost bracelet, supposedly guarded by one-eyed wolves. However, the commander's deception surfaces as it's not the one-eyed wolf, but the spirit wolf following their directives. To be lenient on the students and adequately assess their abilities, they all enter the cave and eventually encounter the colossal wolf. Most of the students are scared, excluding Mubai, who employs his ice magic, but it doesn't inflict significant damage on the monster. Mofun promptly aids a courageous girl who steps in front of the beast. However, Mofun knew she wouldn't be able to harm it and escorted her out of the cave. Nevertheless, the same girl returned to demonstrate her strength, but even her second attempt failed to harm the monster, and she was rescued in the nick of time by the student with the lightning power. Mubai also attempts again, but is thrown to the ground. Then Mofun enters the cave in the nick of time, putting his magic to the test by activating his stars. He uses the fire element to launch fireballs at the beast, unlocking a new level of ignition, now at level 2, Ignite. This surprises the teachers observing from above. The commander alerts other teachers that the wolf no longer heeds commands, posing a danger to the students. They descend to rescue them. With the beast out of control, Mofun and his friend Zhang Zio lure it into the cave to shield the other students. After luring it in, the beast attacks Zhang Zio, knocking him down. For the first time, Mofun combines both abilities to defeat the spirit wolf. After vanquishing the beast, his necklace absorbs the spirit's energy, enhancing his power further. His teacher expresses surprise at a student defeating the wolf, given the spirit wolf's potency comparable to the real one-eyed wolf. Task completed, all students receive an A score on the test, thanks to Mofun. Uninterested in the praise, Mofun focuses on unleashing his true power. Post-beast defeat, he unlocks level 2 fire, realizing its efficacy. He aims for a similar level 2 power for his lightning ability. Recalling Miss Young's guidance on using the necklace to absorb different souls. To evolve the necklace and enhance his powers, he decides to become a hunter. Mofun heads to the city to join the hunters' team, entering their hall and inquiring from a stranger. The man discourages him, citing a lengthy waiting line and the requirement for at least a firepower. Mofun suggests lightning power, prompting skepticism from the man, who explains its rarity. Disbelieving, the leader of the hunters, fatigued by low-ranking applicants, insists on experienced hunters only. When they reach Mofun, he lacks a hunter certificate, leading to dismissal as they seek experienced individuals. Claiming to be a lightning power mage, Mofun astonishes them, given the rarity. To prove it, he forms the star path with his lightning ability, introducing himself as Fanmo. Accepted into the city hunters, the leader assigns a mission at a local school, instructing Mofun, a new member, to stay behind. But he informs them he desires to join them on this task. Mofun then realizes the school attacked by the creatures is his sister's school. Thus, he contacts her, and she assures him she's fine, but the other students have been seized by the creatures. Mofun reaches the location, begins to probe, and soon encounters the one-eyed creature, seemingly quite potent. He confronts the creature, and fortunately, it gains the attention of the remaining team members, who now showcase why they're famed as the elite band of hunters. That's when the youngest in the group erred while employing her abilities. But owing to Mofun's lightning prowess, he succeeded in subduing the creature. The creature was entirely immobilized, shielding the girl from harm. They express gratitude to Mofun for his presence and for rescuing her, accepting him into the team. Mofun assimilates well with the group and earns respect as a hunter. The Mu family has readied the most robust male ice mage named Yuan for a duel with Mofun. Yong queries why he's chosen as Mofun's opponent, and the chief explains it's to mark his coming of age, extending an invitation to the entire family to join the celebration. Meanwhile, in school, Mofun's classmate Xu Min invites him to meet after school. She details strange incidents at this locale and proposes investigating with the most robust mage in class, to which he assents, aiding her exploration. They chance upon another one-eyed creature, distinct from the others. He informs her it's the genuine one-eyed creature sought by city hunters for long. He intended to relay its whereabouts to the team, but Zumen had already alerted the police. The creature, upon hearing the phone ring, swiftly pursues them. Mofun endeavors to neutralize the creature using all means. Despite multiple potent, this time he merges the capabilities and succeeds in rupturing Yuang's body armor, culminating in an extraordinary but unexpected triumph for Mofun. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.